Hello everybody, this video may contain copyrighted images being used underneath the Fair Use Act for educational purposes. IPS had his Flat Earth Meetup because that's what it was. Flat Earth Meetup, in which they were selling stuff to his followers, his wrenches. They're selling stuff to people in his chat room. That's all it was. I would be surprised if there was even one person from the public that came in to look. And if they did and they seen this, they'd probably say, oh my God, what's this about? God who? What does this have to do with flat earth? Tell me that. Explain that, IPS. What does this have to do with flat earth other than to create division? This doesn't belong in flat earth any more than Ronnie and Jason going around saying you're either with Team Yawasha or you're with Satan. Just bullshit. Just crap to create division. It's all it is. Now I don't understand. IPS 2 months ago claimed he was broke and he couldn't pay his rent and he had to sell this piece of art to pay for his rent. Suddenly he's flushed in cash. He's got cash to pay for this room, this building for the day. He's got cash to pay for shipping and handling on all the art. He's got cash to pay for a tram ride for everybody. All of a sudden, IPS is flushed in cash. And I'm just saying this just doesn't make sense. This just doesn't make sense at all. Where is he getting all this cash? Somebody's either giving it to him, or I said to myself, you know, is it possible that he's taken some of the money out of the rocket fund? Because let's face it, I don't agree. I shouldn't say agree. I don't believe IPS when he says an individual in New York opened up the rocket fund account on GoFundMe. I think IPS did. And I don't know how GoFundMe works, but I have a suspicion IPS withdrew some of that $5,000 that's already there, if that's possible. I hope for my subs out there to tell me if that's possible. If so, that could explain why he's flushed in cash. Or he is being funded. And he made that video saying he was broke 2 months ago to throw us off track. Whatever it is, he's full of bullshit. Let's move on. You got this picture. Star David. There's a few stars here, but I don't know. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe there's 3 more stars, 4 more stars for a total of 13. I don't know. IPS is a crappy live streamer. This is why I'm doing mostly pictures. But this is not flat earth art. Doesn't belong in flat earth art. In fact, I'll let you listen to the artists explain this painting. Let's move on. This piece here. Piece of clay. I don't know if it's even fired. But looks like clay. Might be plastic. But it looks like clay to me. Unfired clay. Punching a globe head. Obviously a Fepe. Punching a globe head. On a crappy piece of pine. Raw cut piece of pine wood. Probably heat glued there with heat glue. The edges are unfinished. Not even rounded over. It's not even stained. It just looks like crap. That's $300, folks. That's right. $300. Man. And then you got this crappy kind of shit. There's memes all over this so-called art show. There's Fepe crap. There's, you know, other little memes. And then there's this crappy shit. They probably had 10 of these Mark Sargent hello badges. My name is Mark Sargent. Like we give a fuck about Mark Sargent. I don't even think one of those sold. And if anybody bought that, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I'm just being brutally honest. But in this lady created this. She called this the AE map. It's stained glass. It's beautiful. I mean, the only thing that you got Australia here, but you don't have the U.S. or South Africa or anybody, or South America or Africa on here. But anyways, it's beautiful. And to her, hey, if I would have seen this at some other kind of art show that wasn't funded by IPS, I would have bought it. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. Doesn't necessarily represent the A map, but kind of does. Got the ice ring that they claim is out there. But very beautiful work. She made a Fepe stained glass thing. I'm not going to show it because I'm not going to push their silly ass memes. But anyways, let's move along to that artist explaining his art. Shall we?
They all have certain similar themes, and that's because they have to inject certain amount of truth into it to get the people who are turned on kind of into it. So a lot of religions will mimic each other, and I try to coalesce all of them into one image. And so this is basically personification of magnetism, or the divine feminine form. If you see her halo, if you follow Ken Wheeler's stuff.
Her halo looks like the stuff Matt Powerland paints. I think it's called the Flower of Life or whatever it is. Let's move on.
And you've seen his magnetic viewer. Now we're able to view the magnetic resonance coming off of magnets in real time, holographically, which is pretty amazing. And you can probably make it at home with his ferro fluid and optical flats. So we can actually see what magnetism looks like, and it's really interesting because this is the seat of life in geometry, as we know, in sacred geometry. But this appears a lot in a lot of different cultures. Like this looks very much like the mandalas from India, the tapestries from India. Being down here with all the Native American artwork, if you look at the Dreamcatcher, it's the same kind of thing. A lot of tribal art mimics the same thing, and it begs the question: okay, if Ken Wheeler was seeing.
Anyway, so basically, he creates this picture that's supposed to be a representation of all religions, except for this is a goddess and not a god. It's a female. It's just ridiculous, utter bullshit. Has nothing to do with flat earth or magnetism. The flower of life is a symbol used in many different cultures around the world. But anyways, this is my breakdown of the so-called art show. The flapping, or was the flapping the rocket launch? I'm so confused. This was globe exit. Well, we haven't exited the globe yet. I think the same people who believe it's a globe believes it's a globe. And not one member of public was exposed to this. Thank God. Have a good day, everybody.